Hola a todos, buenas tardes, welcome to the next video. Thanks for dropping in on the channel again. I've been toying with the idea of possibly doing a bit of a news update once a week. I've subscribed to some of the news channels over here, and I get various summaries sent through at various times of the week. So I wondered if maybe some of you who don't live here but have holiday homes and have an interest in Spain would like a wee bit of a catch up on some of the news. So I thought I'd try it out with this one. You can let me know what you think, just to grab some of the main headlines that might affect you if you've got a holiday home in Spain or if you live here. So let's run through them. So the first big headline that was on the news bulletin was all about Ryanair. Now, Ryanair seem to be in the news quite a lot over here, but there seems to be a bit of a fallout between Ryanair and the Spanish government over fees. So basically what it means is that Ryanair are going to be cutting flights that equate to over 1 million seats that would normally have flown into Spain next summer. And that's adding to the 2 million seats that's already removed between this summer and next winter. So that's, that's a lot of flights that they're talking about cancelling. Now, Michael O'Leary at Ryanair has just blamed Aena for acting like a monopoly. So that's, the company who control the airports here in Spain. And he's saying he's saying that they're imposing excessive fees. So, that potentially that could have a massive impact on some of these smaller airports. It's a bit of a tit for tat because Aena is now saying that, Ryanair have got a cheek because they have to put their fees up a little bit to cover the cost of the airports. And Ryanair's pulling out, and Aena's saying that Ryanair are putting all their flights up and making a fortune. So we don't know how that's all going to work out, but we'll keep an eye on it. And I have heard some smaller regional airlines are planning to take up the slack. So we'll give you more news on that as it comes. So the next little headline they had is about houses being sold in Spain. And we've all heard in the news how, the UK media is reporting that Spain is dead, everywhere's quiet, and nobody's interested because of the protests. It's all bollocks, it's all nonsense. Don't believe anything that you see in the UK press about what's happening in Spain. Listen to the people who live here. The next news report is about foreign buyers buying homes. And nearly 93,000 properties were snapped up by foreigners last year. And demand is really strong. And if you look at the figures, the areas that people are buying in are mainly Alicante, the Balearics and Malaga. These areas top the list. And during the second quarter of 2025, these three areas drew the biggest share of foreign property buyers. Alicante is at the top with over a third of buyers, 33% of buyers coming from abroad, and followed closely by Balearics. So, lots of people are still buying in Spain. Don't believe all the nonsense you hear. And the prices are going up and up and up. Property prices are going up here in Murcia around 15%, maybe even more each year. And demand by foreign buyers is strong. And surprisingly, more British than ever are buying. So what does that say about the state of the country? I don't know. You can tell me. Bottom line is Spain's remaining hugely attractive as a destination for foreign buyers to buy either holiday homes or making the switch like we did and coming here full time. So Spain is busy, houses are selling and demand is high. So if you see something you like, get in quick because you're probably going to miss it. The next headline that caught my eye is it's quite a controversial one, I suppose. Because there are calls in Spain to ban smoking in outdoor areas. And the worrying thing is that this is the draft of this law has now been passed through the Council of Ministers. And it's basically meaning that they're looking to ban smoking in outdoor terraces, restaurants, bars, all these outdoor areas. You won't be allowed to smoke anymore. And it would appear that, you know, there's not much evidence as to why they would want to do that. It's just something that somebody's proposed and they've jumped on the bandwagon. And the thing is, they're also including vaping in that as well, vaping as well. So that could have a massive impact on restaurants and bars where people like to go and have a cigarette. Now, I don't smoke, never have really smoked, apart from some questionable stuff in my youth. But to be honest with you, we sit outdoors, we have food and we have drink outdoors, and there are people smoking nearby, and it doesn't really bother you outdoors. So I don't see what the issue is and why it's been raised, but it's been passed to the next stage, where they're going to discuss it through Parliament. So that might be something to keep an eye on. So again, I'll let you know as I hear what's happening. Now, this one is a bit of an oddball. So the EU has proposed a plan to ban short-haul flights. And if, anywhere that it would appear that you can do the journey in less than 2.5 hours by train, the EU is proposing that that flight should be banned altogether. There's no deferred flights if you can get there by train. Now, the interesting thing is that Spain is fighting hard against that, because they're saying that they just don't have the infrastructure in place to be able to have all those flights banned without affecting the economy of the country. Because I think currently only 3% of Spain has high-speed rail alternatives, or less than 3.5 hours. So the chances of Spain meeting that 2.5-hour deadline are slim. And they reckon that they're somewhere between 18 to 26 years away from being able to meet that target. So this is it's a debate. It's raising its ugly head. Nobody knows where it's going to go, but there's no doubt that if the EU starts pushing through major rules like this, maybe we'll see other countries deciding that they don't want to be part of the EU and just opting out of it and doing their own version of Brexit. I wonder how that would work, eh? And the last sort of bit of news I want to include in this one is something that's just popped up today. So there's been discussions going on about British property owners who have to pay tax. If they rent out their property, then that counts as income, and they've had to pay tax on that income. Now, there's just been a court ruling, and I'm going to double check this, but it came from a reliable source. So if you've got a property in Spain and you've been renting it out and you've had to pay tax on it, the ruling basically means that non-EU owners, so for example British or Americans, if you're American watching the channel, you can now deduct rental expenses, like your mortgage interest, your landlord insurance, community fees, maintenance costs. All of that can be deducted from your Spanish rental income tax. Now that's massive, and even better, you might be able to claim refunds for the last 4 years, where you're unfairly taxed on the gross income, not the net. I mean, renting your house out in Spain, this could save you a lot of money. You could even get you a big cashback payment, a bit of info. So, I'll get you more info as I look at it, but you might want to Google that at the minute, the court ruling for non-EU homeowners and rent. Have a look at that on Google and see what you find. You might find it interesting, it might be worthwhile. And if you do get some money back, or you are able to make some good deductions, let us know. Let us know in the channel, and I'll post it on there as well. So there you go. Hope you found that useful. You can let me know in the comments if you did, and if you want to see more of that, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do a wee, a short video every week of the headlines that come through. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that all-important subscribe button. It's totally free, it never will cost you anything, but it really helps the channel grow. So like, subscribe and share the channel, and keep it growing for me. So thanks again for your support, and we'll see you all in the next video. Hasta luego.